Well, I think that'll be something quite... I was going to say something quite new, but the way we've been working with gentlefolk will be much more along those lines, because we've been improvising a whole lot. Well, you're more used to that side of things, but we've been sort of improvising.
More organic approach to playing. We're not talking about free improvisation here, which I also do, and that's very different. Your concentration is purely on sound, and it's all about listening very carefully to others and reacting. Whereas we're more talking about sort of an organic development of a tune.
In and around the tune.
Or around the tune. So rather than having a fixed line, you become very familiar with a song and you pick up one of your instruments and you can sort of play along with the song, and it won't be a fixed line, and that's actually happening live in front of people.
And I think we're probably more able to respond to what's going on around us as well.
Yeah.
You know, so we have that capacity to do that and to bring all the different kinds of musical styles and techniques, if you like.
Then you start leaving the folk bit, because that doesn't really.
No,
I don't know whether it fits with folk tradition as such or not. People would stand up and sing songs in their own way.
But I'm thinking in terms of improvising, you know, so certainly on the violin, the fact that I could make it sound a bit like it's Irish or a bit like that American old-time thing that I seem to quite like at the moment, or go straight back into classical, or even make it sound Indian, or, you know, just picking up little elements of things that would suggest other things, and all those crunchy sounds that we like that we have to sneak in sometimes. And possibly, you know, depending on what range of instruments we choose to take along, would have some different suggestions, you know.
Yeah, what you actually choose to take with you would determine the colour of what you get. And we could have a little think about that before the workshop as well. A bit more carefully about what sort of pictures we want to paint for people, what we'd like them to hear.
Vocal sounds as well, because you've got a much wider range of vocal sounds that you can play with than I have.
I'm used to playing with a bigger range of sounds, doing throat singing and other improvisational singing and noises, But we also play instruments from lots of different parts of the world, because we've had the chance to play music in Indonesia, and we've had the chance to play music in India, and we've had the chance to play music in Thailand, and you just... What you end up with is a bigger toy box, really, or a bigger selection of possibilities. You're not quite so held by...
And it's a toy box in your head as well. It's not just...
It's not just a physical
because
thing.
Because you can pick up the instrument, there's something that's kind of seeped into you, that you make those relationships and those links. So you might suddenly be playing something and thinking it's a Scottish tune, but actually, oh no, that's Thai. You know, it sort of gets itself in there. Somewhere. So it is something that's in your head that's informing what you're doing. Oh, I think it'd be fun.
I like working with words and hearing words and reacting to it, certainly.
But it's for seeing what words people
and the other
writing.
Way.
You know, we're used to that way round.
Yeah.
But to actually be playing and people to be writing based on what we're playing will be quite interesting.
Yes, that way round will be pretty much new.
Yeah.
Whilst we've played using sets of words, and I don't mean singing sets of words, I mean somebody presents a set of words and then you can think about those words and play music. We've done that. This will be the sort of the next stage.
Well, there's a possibility they might tell you what they've written.
Yeah.
So that it's more symbiotic.
Nice.
That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yes, that would be nice to sort of see what comes out of it.
We're actually doing 3 workshops, and you're doing the middle one.
Right.
And the ones on either side are going to be the second time. It will be a repeat. But the overarching theme of it is writing dimensions. So it's writing in response to time, space, and place. Yeah. And so the addition of the music is as much about acoustic as anything else potentially.
Space.
So it's about how you can experience space differently.
Yes.
So it's very experimental.